Hello, thank you for participating in these tips with us. We're grateful you're watching this video and we're very excited about tip number 5. Tip number 5 is based on principle 2, which is principle 2 of the Money Mastery Principles, which is when you track your money, you control it. And we've learned through the experiences of our clients and those who have the software and those who engage in coaching agreements with us, that those who control their money find at least an extra $300 a month of money they didn't even know they had, that previously they were just wasting away. Today we're going to talk about how to create the spending plan. So let's go in and let's go to the spending plan on our website. So click on the $ on mymoneyplan.net and go to spending and spending plan. And here we're going to use a sample called the Mark and Joyce sample. So everybody has a Mark and Joyce illustration in their My Money Plan subscription, and we're going to show you how to use it. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to figure out how much money that we have to spend. And so we're going to go to spendable monthly income and we're going to click on edit. Here there's a few elements in here. There's a few things that are important. There's the historical spendable monthly income and there's the current spendable monthly income for both you and your spouse or your partner. We want to know both of these numbers and then total them up. The reason being is that the past is a great indicator of the future, and if we want to change the future, because we want to change our financial future, we need to know what the past is telling us so we don't repeat the same mistakes. And so what you're going to do is you're going to put in your gross monthly income, your historical averages for both you and your spouse. So you put yours here, you'll put your spouse's here, and then you're going to put your current gross monthly income. So yours would go in this square right here. Your spouse's would go over there. And then what you want to do is you want to take out all the taxes. You want to let us know what all the taxes were that were taken out of your paycheck. So your FICA, your Medicare, federal, your state. Other taxes would include like city or county taxes, okay? And then what's going to happen is the program will total these up. And so when you take your historical for you and your spouse or partner, in this example, there's $5,962, but currently the total gross is $7,085. But when we take out all the taxes, that number changes to a historical of $4,287 and currently of $5,139. These numbers are important. So once you input all of these numbers, we're going to click on save, and we'll go to the other portions of the spending plan. Now, where can you find this information? This information can be found in a number of places, but most commonly it's going to be found on your pay stubs and on your W-2s that you get from your employer. If you're self-employed, this will come from payments received from vendors as well as tax documents that you filed with the IRS. So we're going to click on save, and we're going to go to the rest of this document. So here you see that the spendable monthly income worksheet that we just filled out fills in these fields right here. So we have the historical for you and the current for you, and then the historical and current for you or for your spouse or your partner, and then it's totaled up right here. Okay, here's why this is important. Okay, not quite yet. We'll get to that in a second. So that's where this number comes in. The next thing we want to do is we want to take and we want to add up all of your expenses for the last 12 months. We want to take a look at where have you spent your money. We identify that categories are part of this yesterday, and so we want to create some categories. And so in this example, there's categories like debt payment, eating out, family activities, gifts. So what you're going to do now is you're going to go through all your bank statements, your credit card statements, receipts if you have those, any documentation you have of all your expenditures for the last 12 months, and you're going to take those expenditures and you're going to group them into categories that make sense for you. You don't necessarily have to follow our categories, but you should create categories that work for you and that make sense and are easy for you. Typically, you only want 18 to 22 categories. Any more and it gets too cumbersome, any less and it's not enough detail as you need. So if you need to create categories, you can go down here, and let's say we're just going to add savings emergency category. So we add the category name there, and let's say we have an average of 500 historically that we put in there, total, and we tab. It automatically populates what the average monthly is, and then we can click save. And so that right there, see, savings emergency is added. If you want to delete a category, let's say miscellaneous, you just come over here, click on the red, and choose OK, and then it will delete that. So the miscellaneous is gone. So once you total up all your receipts historically, or all your expenditures, and group them into categories, you're going to want to edit these. And so you're going to create your categories or delete some of these, and then you're going to edit them, and you're going to total up what your expenditures were for that total month, or for that total 12-month period. So let's suppose you have an AT&T cell bill, right? We'll just call that cell, and the total that you spent was $1,500 for the year. You enter that in, and that breaks it down to $125. So you don't need to do the average monthly, and then you just hit save, and you're going to go through every category, and you're going to put in the total that you spent in that category for that year. Well, here's what we're going to see. That brings us down to totals, average monthly totals. So in this example right here, we have a historical spendable monthly income of $4,287. But we were spending $4,674. That's a difference of a little over $400 a month that we were spending of money that we didn't have, money that was not available to us. That means we went into debt. So this is a big deal. So we know that we need to cut out, not just if we want to have an extra money at the end of the month, we need to not cut out $400 a month, but more than $400. So we know that right now we have a current income of $5,139. Not current income, I'm sorry, current spendable monthly income. So we need to allocate, we need to spend our money now that totals this amount of money. Remember, principle number 1 of the Money Mastery Principles is spending is emotional. But if we can allocate into each of these categories what we're going to spend before the month even starts, we can eliminate or reduce the amount of emotion involved in our spending habits and behaviors. And so what you're going to do is, we know that we've got $51.39, and we're going to create a spending plan. So we know that this month we're going to put $0 in AT&T. We know that we're going to edit this, and we'll put $300 into auto and gas and repair, $600, and at the end, what we want to have happen is that we want this number to be 0. You see, you would think that, well, if I'm trying to save money, shouldn't this number be greater than 0? And the answer is no. We want you to spend all of your money, or a better word would be allocate where all of your money goes. We have a few categories here like savings and savings emergency. This is where your savings happens, okay? So if you allocate where 100% of your money goes and you stick to that spending plan, you will spend less or equal to what your available money is and not incur any debt. And so here we have is what we can spend up here. We have our spending categories. We've learned how to edit these and make new categories. And then we're balancing these. This is a wonderful thing. Now that you're balanced, you're spending less than what you earn, you are saving money, and our bet is that when you go through this process, you're going to find an extra $300 or more of money you didn't even know you had. So good luck to you. We want to let you know that there's a feature in mymoneyplan.net that we'll go into later, but it's called Ask a Coach. If you have any problems with this, all you need to do is click on this icon right here, go to the Learning Center, click on Ask a Coach, and then you can submit any questions that you have. If it's something that's very urgent or very pressing, you can go ahead and call us as well, but this is the easiest and fastest way, and we'll respond to you within 24 hours. So thank you very much, good luck, and we look forward to seeing you grow your wealth. Remember, you can have anything you want. You just can't have everything you want. Thank you very much, and have a good day.